10 years ago, the Nottingham set out to do good in its local communities. Since then, we have donated more than £1.2 million to help them thrive, just like our founder, Samuel Fox. Visit us at thenottingham.com to find out more.
Good afternoon and welcome along to the Motorpoint Arena. It's the final day of the Round Robin Elite Series and we start with the Nottingham Panthers against the Coventry Blaze. James Brandon alongside me this afternoon, Dan Green once again. Dan, we've heard from Ken there, the Panthers are yet to beat the Blaze.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of crazy, really. You've seen some of the great results we've had lately, but yeah, they seem to be our bogey team, I guess you could say, a little bit, and they've beaten us 3 times, so I'm sure Tim and the boys will be fired up to try and get that off their backs tonight.
Let's hear from the Panthers head coach. He'll be first, Tim Wallace, and then the Blaze with Danny Stewart.
Tim, a very short turnaround after an overtime win. The guys must kind of still be buzzing from that yesterday.
I hope they've regrouped. You know, it was a big win for us yesterday, but you know, it's back to work. It's we control our own destiny here. We need to come out, have a good game. I think we've played well against Cov. It hasn't gone our way necessarily, but you know, we got to be aware they got some forwards that can score, and we got to play the right way.
They have a lot of offense, but they also have Shane Owen in goal, who's top goalie in the tournament so far. What have you got to do to try and get pucks past him?
Oh, it's cliche, but you got to be in front of him. You know, that's actually the problem we had last time we played Cov. We had a bunch of shots, and no one was taking away his eyes. So we got to get to the front of the net. You got to get there and bury the rebounds.
Have you had a chance to look over the game tape from yesterday and make any small adjustments?
A little bit. I was watching a lot of Coventry, you know, for the quick turnaround and focus on them. But, you know, we know how we need to play to play well. And, you know, we've been putting together some good games and hopefully they have a good start.
Lastly, do concentrate on your own performance, but Tristan Keck for Coventry, 15 goals in 11 games. That's quite an opponent to come up against.
It is. You know, he's 15 goals is a lot for this tournament. He's a rookie and he's got a ton of speed. So we got to be aware when he's on the ice. And
Coach, game 12 of the round robin stage. You're very much in control of your own destiny today.
Yeah, and I guess that's the position you want to find yourself in the last game. And look, our focus right now is just to go out and get as close to 60 minutes as we can. It's obviously in a lot of the games we've played 25, 30, sometimes 40 minutes, and I think, you know, reaching that goal of as close to 60 minutes as we can will be key in our success going forward.
Say that, however, yesterday with the strong third performance, the guys must be in pretty good spirits given the way you came back to win that game yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at our last 2 games, you know, the last kind of 4 periods that we've played, you know, it's kind of summed us up. But, you know, 3 of those periods we played very well, and the 1 second period again, which continues to be a bit of an issue for us. So, you know, that's up to us coaches to kind of find a way to get these guys to stay focused in between periods or whatever the case may be. But, you know, we've played some good hockey over the last 4 periods. And, you know, like I said, I think the key for us tonight is to play 3 full periods or as close to that as we can.
Looking slightly further ahead, well, you are in control of your own destiny, but to avoid playing a team you've lost all 4 games to in Sheffield must be quite high on the priority list as well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they've obviously had our number during this thing, and we've played good hockey, better hockey against Manchester and Nottingham. But you know, those teams are saying different things as well. So I mean, it's been a tough competition in terms of that. But look, whoever we end up with, we'll prepare and we'll get ready for. And you know, playoff hockey, whichever way you look at it, is different type of hockey than a regular season game. So I'd like to think that our guys would get up for a game against Sheffield. So like I said, no matter who we get put up against, we'll be ready to go.
Finally, looking at Nottingham, they played the late game yesterday but won in overtime. You must expect them to come out buzzing.
Yeah, no, they're a team that's playing with some desperation right now. I think they want to you know, nobody wants to finish at the bottom, and although, you know, all 4 teams have been quite close, you know, and it's such fine margins, you know, a bounce here, a bounce there, and but nobody wants to finish in the bottom spot. But you know, they're going to come out with some urgency and try to get above us in the standings for sure. So we'll be ready. Yeah.
Both head coaches there speaking ahead of this one. It's the Nottingham Panthers against the Coventry Blaze. We see the Blaze already out on the ice. The Panthers coming out the different end that they usually do, but we're used to that in this Elite Series at the moment. And starting in net, we've seen just glimpses of him there, is Shane Owen, which means that Danny Stewart does not want to come bottom and then face the Steelers, who they haven't beaten. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, like Danny was just saying there, they obviously want to win. They've got the destiny in their own hands. They want to finish second. And he'll be playing 3 games in 4 nights. I assume he'll be playing again on Tuesday, but he's been really good in this tournament. He's played the most minutes. He has the highest save percentage. He's faced the most shots. So I think he's their guy, and they want to get him going and playing the best he can. So he'll get another crack at the Panthers again tonight.
We'll see there. Jackson Whistle is minding the net for the Nottingham Panthers. The rest of the starters are as follows then. The top line for the Panthers starting is Lewis Hook, Robert Lakovic and Ollie Bettridge. 3 GB there, of course. Dominic Talbot-Tassi and Brendan Ellis, the 2 defencemen with Jackson Whistle in net. The forwards for the Coventry Blaze, Tristan Keck, Mike Hammond and Nick Germain, the perhaps best line in the whole entire tournament. And then Chris Polkamp and David Clements, yet another call-up for the GB. Well, the first for him, but another one in this game. We'll go over those as well later on in the afternoon. Shane Owen, the big number 50, in between the posts this afternoon. The Panthers and the Blaze almost ready to go here. There are permutations, and if you win by overtime or lose in overtime and whatever, we can't fully guarantee it because, of course, the Storm and the Steelers later. So the Panthers just go out there and win.
Yeah, I think for both teams, they want to win. Panthers obviously want to win the Blaze because they haven't beaten them yet. The Blaze want to finish second. The Panthers want to finish second. But I think the key thing is just finishing, like Danny Stewart said in his interview there. You want to just play a good 60 minutes. I think that's the most important thing. And I think both teams will feel that if they play well and they play at their best, they can both win this game.
And 2 guys that will be important on both sides, Christophe Boivin for the Panthers and obviously Tristan Keck for Coventry.
Yeah, they're the 2 guys. They've both come in, never played a pro game between them ever, both young guys. And, they've kind of lit this tournament up. Keck is the leading scorer in the league. Incredible amount of points he has so far. And Boivin, I think, is 5th in the league in points. So they'll both be looking to try and finish top in goals. Boivin on 7 at the moment. So he's got a little way to go to catch Keck, who is on at 15, which is an astounding number.
Mike Hammond and Robert Lakovic ready there, centre ice, to get this one underway. Don't forget the 50-50 draw and Chertoffy's back still running. Get involved with that. The links are all over the internet by now. Get in touch with Ken Panthers on Twitter. Panthers fans, if you enjoy what you see in this first period, we're underway. First face-off win for the Panthers, and they will try and get a better start than they did last night, which has already been achieved. Lakovic, far side. Polkamp and Hammond gets it out of the zone. A couple of buddies already in there have to come back out, and it will be the first real possession for the Blaze with Mike Hammond down this right-hand side. Sends it inside to Keck, and it comes back to Hammond. Hammond shoots, blocker there by Whistle, and it comes back out to safety with Bettridge. Hook goes after it into the corner with Clements. Nice pass from Hammond to alleviate the pressure, but it got underneath Germain, and the Panthers can press up high here. Right down in front of the scorer's desk. Comes across Josh Tetlow. First call up to GB. We saw that was the first time we've had a game since, well, Panthers home game since the GB announcement. Some excellent news for Josh Tetlow. Yeah, I think it's amazing. He came here 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a real big step up in, class for him coming from the league below. But he's been amazing so far, and he works hard every day. You can see him improving, and he's playing so many minutes in this tournament, and I think it's something that's really deserving of him. Brynnis Sven got his stick to that, and Cangelosi's shot went up into the net. The face-off on the far side. Brett Perlini and Ross Venus. 2 more GB guys. Matherson. Good pass in there. Shot was covered at the near post by Owen. That's gone into the Panthers bench. We have a whistle. We've played just over a minute and a half or so. First save really only going to Jackson Whistle. A shot from the inside right from Mike Hammond. He's obviously been doing more passing than shooting this series.
Yeah, I think Hammond's known, league-wide in the last few years for his, set-up skills. He's probably the best passer of the puck, in this tournament. And yeah, he has 15 assists already, and him with Keck has been an absolutely deadly duo for them. So the Panthers will be looking to try and negate those two and Nick Germain as much as they can.
Doing the right thing with having the puck up this end, but Sam Duggan will bring it down into the Blaze offensive zone. Has to get round Tetlow. He just gets to the puck and gets it away from Duggan, and it was back with the Panthers 25. Pass through to Pellini. Boivin just stays on. Domingue over there. Can't control the puck, and it was into the neutral zone, and back will go Mark Garside. The Blaze change their forwards. Matt Howlett and Vanya Antonov doing the pressuring. Now David Clements over that far side. This is Howlett. Has two inside of him. As for Rutkis, who was trailing, but it was behind him. Now Pellini. Boivin with him. Feeds it towards the net, but it was Clements got across. Antonov. Here comes the hit from Garside.
David Clements has already made two really good defensive plays. You see him just breaking that with his stick, and he's kind of grown into a guy that, he was maybe a, fifth or sixth defenseman in this league for a few years with Coventry, but he's really, blossomed, getting this more ice time, and obviously he's got a GB call-up as well, but he's turned into a really, really solid defenseman for the Blaze.
8 points in the series then for David Clements. A couple of goals to go with 6 assists. Game not really settled yet.
No, I think it's obviously when you're playing back-to-back, which guys are used to be, especially the Panthers coming from a 7 o'clock game, now a 2 o'clock game. Not much rest time. Obviously, the Blaze, played a really tough game yesterday as well, and I think it'll take a little bit of time for them to settle. But you've seen, all teams get all 4 lines out there already. I'd expect the ice time to be shared out a little bit more tonight by both teams.
Hammond and Lakovic to the right of Jackson Whistle's net. Won by the Panthers. Pass to Hook off the sides, and still in possession with Bettridge. Paul Camp will cover across. Lakovic up against the board, battling, and it's round with Bettridge. As well to control that, but he's called for the high stick.
I think it's good to see so far, Tim Wallace obviously being the home team has matched up Lacosine against this top line for the Blaze, and Ollie, Hooky, big, physical, they skate well, and Laco's a really good shutdown sentiment, so I think you'll see them match up, try and negate that top line, and then the Boivins and the Kanjalowskis can try and go to work when we get a little bit more offensive zone time.
Through to Whistle, who just stops that, and there is Hook. Lakovic sends it round. May come through for Bettridge near side. Hook comes in to take over, but the puck's up against the boards in the corner here. Hammond. Keck, the man furthest forward. Here is Keck, drops it off for Russell, then the pass across was a bit too hot. It's intercepted down low by Ellis. Almost turned over there by Lakovic, but Talbot Tassi gets his stick to it and will take a half a breather behind the net of Whistle. Played over 4 minutes, it's still goalless as you see. Griffith will go after that, but the covering defenseman is Max Krogdahl, the leader in penalty minutes. 38 so far. Ferrara chucks that forward. After it goes Venus, but Brendan Ellis is the first to it, and now Mark Matherson.
I think Danny Stewart will be hoping, the Blaze can try and start getting a little bit more secondary scoring. You see Ferreira and Venus both obviously had massive years last year for the Blaze.
Towards the net from Boivin. Back up here is Matherson. There again, plenty in front, but Cangelosi tips that wide. Everybody changes there. The icing calls were waved away. Boivin spins on that nice pass to Pellini. Inside him is Domingue. Back at the blue line is Tetlow. Towards the net again, tip, but that's almost hit the official on the far side. Duggan will get that good speed from him. As Edvardsen, but waits for everybody. Clements opens up for him, shoots, and blocked by Tetlow.
Yeah, huge block there. That's a big one that, Clements walking in from almost in the sort of top of the slot there. And a great block.
Domeng. That's sent forward, and something on that from Simon Andre Edvardsen. Back with Kevin Domeng. Still going, Kevin Domeng round the outside, down low, and comes back up to Stenton, but it goes through his legs, and Panthers will have to be quick here in Garside, and he does well as Howlett was closing him down. Krogdahl gets away from him, Kelsall there, but back with Coventry. Garside, Craig Garrigan falls there, but the Coventry Blaze forwards were already had the call against them, and good work from Craig Garrigan in his own defensive zone to draw the penalty.
Yeah, nice play there, and yeah, there's nothing Rutgers can say there really. Maybe not intentional, just trying to take a swipe at the puck, but nice play by Garrigan. He cuts inside, and in the game yesterday, Panthers had 2 power play goals, so they will be looking to keep that power play percentage improving and get one here against the Blaze.
Face-off won by Dineen. Matheson. Dineen again. Pressure on, came from the central position there, and Matheson goes to the far side, close down on the net towards, comes back out. Dineen on the rebound, hits the bar. Comes back out to the blue line, stays in the zone under the skate of Matheson. Hammond's got the speed and the momentum. Can Matheson get there just?
Yeah, great skate there by Matheson. Great play on that power play. It just falls there on the shot. I'm sure they'll check that one because I thought that was going to go bar and in, but Shane Owen will be thanking his lucky stars there.
Talbot Tassie to Matheson. Back with Talbot Tassie. Decides against the same move, and it's Dineen now towards the net. Hits Polkamp and wide of the post.
John O'May does a really good job on every power play. The goal yesterday on the power play by Talbot Tassie. You see May in front of the net there, just taking Owen's eyes away. He's so big. Owen really having to work hard to see around him.
Dineen just about keeps that in and forces it out to Cangelosi. Back up top to Dineen. And that will be pretty much run-of-the-mill stuff for Shane Owen as John O'May came across a tad late.
Yeah, no, he does, but he does a really good job in front of the net there. Such a big body, so hard for Owen to see around him, and he just plants himself there just outside the crease, and a great shot right off the pads, and it falls there for Dineen. And see here, he gets all of that, and I don't think Owen got a piece of that. If he did, it's an amazing save, but off the crossbar there, and he keeps the Panthers off the scoreboard.
Both sides off the scoreboard at the moment, but the Panthers on the power play with 40 seconds left. Pellini, and it's just come out of that corner there. There was plenty of bodies. Ellis this time past the post. Boivin gets his head up and gives it back to Ellis. Coming in on this is Domeng to Pellini, just blocked there straight away by Krogdahl. And all the way up and out, takes time off that clock. All 4 change for Coventry. Pellini goes to the right-hand side. Boivin gets it out for Pellini, and there was space there for Domeng, but the puck was just underneath Brett Pellini. Ellis towards the net, almost all the way in.
Yeah, great
the
shot.
man in front.
Yeah, great shot there through traffic, and like I say, I don't think Owen saw that and just whistled past that post.
Pellini, broken stick for Brynnis Sven, but the penalty has been killed. There's a delayed penalty now, and whistle is pulled to the extra attacker. Matheson sends it there. Coming in the right wing, and that will come all the way around the boards. Panthers will retain possession and keep the extra attacker out there. Back-to-back power plays possibly coming here. Dropped off. Sent round to Lewis Hook. Cangelosi, and it will be kept in possession here, and there is that second power play of the first period here.
Yeah, it's going to be a slashing penalty It's actually off the play there. I didn't see it. I'll see if we can get a replay here. But I saw the Coventry player's stick break, so I assumed the penalty was going to be on the Panthers. But as you said there, it's going to be back-to-back power plays here for the Panthers. They had some good looks on that last one. Owen didn't have to make any big saves, but they controlled it well, had a few shots just wide, so they'll be looking to get some. Sure, John O'May's going to be heading right to the front of that net again as soon as the puck drops.
Brynnis Van der Man taking a couple of minutes. It was his stick that broke. Dineen and Hammond on the draw. Won initially by Dineen, but it hit the skate of the official and just about stays with the Panthers. Matheson. Talbot Tassie. Puts his head up and starts to come back to Matheson. Will get it back, will he? No, it's the left side. First time from Dineen, but it was right pad out for Owen. Nobody taking his eyes away there. This is May. Dineen looking for a bit of space. Good work from Krogdahl all the way through to Whistle.
Yeah, it's a really good kill. They're really aggressive by the Blaze. Didn't let the Panthers guys set up at all there, and they were hounding him down, and they managed to get control and get that puck down the ice.
Talbot Tassie on once more and back with Talbot Tassie. Attacking the right wing here. Jermaine and Forbes. This time it's on the left, and then fake there. Dineen again with a one-timer and a second broken stick of the first. Almost hit the official there. He's doing a good job to stay out of the way. Stefan Hogarth will stay in the zone. Talbot Tassie back to the number 13. Just feeds that forward and it goes up into the netting.
Yeah, that's a fortunate whistle there for the Blaze, but they'll be really thankful. Again, a couple of guys took a couple of big hits down there, and they've been out for a while, those killers, so they can get a fresh unit out there now. But again, Panthers, a couple of good chances there. Owen with a couple of good saves.
Busy period, busy minute for Stefan Hogarth there in the corner, but he's done that plenty of times. Clements can't get that away, but it does come out of the zone somewhat inadvertently now. Boivin. Back with Christophe Boivin. All the way to that far side. Off the side is Domingue. Clements there, the only one in white and blue. In comes Sam Duggan. Pellini fishes it out and gets it to Ellis. Underneath him, just across to Boivin now. One inside. Back to Boivin from Pellini, but it just runs out of room. Venus closing the door. Ellis. Boivin again. Into Pellini. It's all very tight and in the glove of Shane Owen.
You can just see that chemistry between Boivin and Pellini. Just every game it seems to be more and more instant. Obviously, normally they're playing with Domingue on a line, but just the intricate passing plays. They always know where each other are, and very dynamic duo, those two. They've come together, in the last couple of weeks, and they're both putting up a lot of points for the Panthers.
Brett Pellini averaging a point a game. 8 in 8, 4 goals, 4 assists. We'll have another go at that with a couple of seconds left on the Brynnis penalty. So hedge your bets here and say 2 successive kills from Coventry. There it is with Jani Laakkonen. Back is Brynnis Ven. Howlett. Polkamp is further back. He sends it the other way down low. Tetlow using his size against Laakkonen. Comes out though, and Panthers will get possession back. Lakovic hooked to his left, goes to his right to Kelsel. Polkamp under pressure from Lakovic, and that was almost turned over. A pretty risky pass there. Laakkonen off the side, pushed out of the zone, and in comes Lewis Hook. Good work from him to get that back. He's got Kelsel with him. There's Hook towards the net, but another save for Shane Owen. He's racking him up again.
Yeah, he's always the busiest man on the ice, it seems like, but great play there by Lewis Hook. Just uses his body there on Laakkonen, wins the puck back, and then cuts in. Makes a nice shot there. You just see Jordan Kelsel going in the net. But Shane Owen, like we said lots of times, he makes a nice save and he holds on for the rebound.
Less than 8 minutes to go in the first. It's still goalless. Nick Dineen and Mike Hammond. The latter wins that draw. Clements all the way through, and Keck goes after it. Gets to it. There's Talbot Tassie up against him as well. Dineen and Ellis comes out for Nick Dineen. Griffiths. Brinisfen there goes for the hit, but leaves the puck, and it may be a chance here. It was Dineen, and the pad came out from Owen. Jermaine to Hammond. Keck and Brinisfen. This is the Norwegian. Jermaine runs out of room there, and it was good work from Brendan Ellis. Griffiths can't find the pass all the way through, and Jackson Whistle has been fairly unemployed in this first period.
Yeah, I think he made a nice save on Hammond early on, and then he's kind of stopped a couple of pucks coming down on when the Panthers were on the power play. But yeah, you know, through this first sort of 14 minutes, he's barely had a save to make. So Tim will be happy with that, and I'm sure Jackson Whistle will be happy with that as well.
90% save percentage going into this, and there's another penalty. This time it's going to be against the Panthers. Owen's been pulled as Edvardsen holds possession. Gets it back from Duggan, but there is Brett Pellini just to take possession and bring the whistle. First penalty kill for the Panthers. With all of these high-scoring forwards, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I think so. You know, they had 2 power play goals in their game yesterday as well against Manchester, and with the likes of Keck and Hammond on the ice, you just see there the winger coming down towards the net, and Ellis picks up a 2-minute holding penalty there. He does still get a good shot. I think West made a nice save there, but like you said, the Blaze now go to the power play, and the Panthers couldn't convert, and now it's their chance with the man advantage here.
Mike Hammond skates into position. Rob Lakovic there, and he does get his stick to it first, but it pops out for the Blaze. Hammond gets it back. Keck, good chance there, and it was just blocked by Tetlow again, I think. Lackinen was in there as well. It may have come off a combination of both, but stays out the Panthers' net. The most important thing so far as Jackson Whistle is concerned. Had 30 seconds of the power play. Hammond is on this near side as Ferrara gets it to him. Hammond. Lackinen. Plenty of space for Brinisfen. Now on the left-hand side. Chipped into the middle, but over the top of everybody, and Hammond will retrieve it. Spins on it a couple of times, sends it back, and there's the one-timer from the left wing and fired in. What a goal. Excellent shot there from the left wing, and it's the first goal of this game, and it is Luke Ferrara that has netted it.
Yeah, an absolute cannon from Luke Ferrara there. That's his 4th goal since joining this competition, and they're such a threat. You know, they've got Hammond and Lackinen, who are probably the 2 best passers, and then you've got Keck and Ferrara, and we've seen him do that so many times for the Blaze, you know, in this arena against the Panthers, and it looks like he's quite far out, you know, when he actually shoots that, but he's in that spot, and he just rips that, you know, over Jackson Whistle's glove. Nothing Jackson Whistle can do there, and you know, having Ferrara on that side, he's such a big shooting threat, and again, he comes through there in a big moment for the Blaze, and he gives them the lead.
Earlier this week, it was confirmed, as expected, Luke Ferrara part of the GB squad for the World Championships next month. So it's not all bad that he's scored here, getting into form. 8 points now for the number 19 for the Blaze.
And I think he's one of those guys, we sort of touched on it earlier. They obviously got that big line, which is scoring every game, but you know, the likes of Duggan, Venus, Lackinen and Ferrara, if they can get that secondary score, and obviously that was a power play goal, but if they can get more goals from their second and third line, they're going to be really dangerous come playoff time.
Pellini, Domeng, Boivin in the middle, can he find him? Back to Boivin, and there it is, straight leveller. Christophe Boivin with yet another goal. It's 8 now for him in the tournament, 1 each.
Yeah, and you've got Ferrara at one end, who we're used to seeing scoring lots of goals, and then we come the other way, and again it's that line, and Domeng there, he just seems to know where Boivin is every time, and he throws that in front of Boivin there, just gets the deftest of touches and just lifts it just over Owen's glove. So all that hard work by the Blaze to get that power play goal is basically undone in the next shift, but you can just see there, you know, some of the guys we've spoken about, that line from the Panthers so deadly, and Boivin, he gets another one, and with Pellini and Domeng.
Get more points for that line then of the Panthers, so impressive since the arrival of Brett Pellini.
Yeah,
I mean, fairly quiet 13 minutes or so. The last couple of minutes have been absolutely electric. Yeah,
the game's just kind of come to life all of a sudden, and you know, with Boivin and Domeng, they're obviously good players before, but you know, someone like Pellini coming in, and he fits with them, and all of a sudden you've got, you know, an absolute dynamite top line there, and they've all seemed to be in sync every game.
Jermaine Advances on the net, blocker up from Whistle. Hook. Bettridge, Lakovic with him. Clements closing down on the far side, hits the net at the back there. Forbes forces Lakovic away from it, and Mike Hammond will push that on. Comes back to him, nice stick work, lovely from Hammond there, but comes out of room just about. Garside. Approaching the final 4 minutes of the first period. Playoff placings, of course, up for grabs for 3 of the 4 remaining teams. Nobody knows who's going to be playing who yet. Storm and the Steelers face later. Steelers the only one confirmed in a position that is top of the group. Here's Clements, body in front, and it's past the post. Kelsall. Lackinen can't stop that, and it will go to the far side of May. Now Garside. Hook went to the bench, and it's back with Max Krogdahl. Venus through the legs there, somewhat fortunate. Lackinen uses his body, forces it on Whistle, but he stands up well, and it doesn't come for a rebound chance for Coventry. Right down in front, it's sent towards the Panthers' defensive zone, and Matherson goes after it under no pressure. Sends it round the boards. Pick it up, John O'May. Garrigan takes the hit there from Howlett as they both hit the deck. Matherson is up here near side. Garrigan goes to the net, but it was blocked before it got that far by Polkamp. Onto Antonov, it was a bit hot for him. Polkamp sends it into the zone, and Ripkis goes after Matherson. Cangelosi comes here, chance for Antonov, it's past the post. Fell nicely. He went with a one-timer, but it wasn't with the accuracy that he needed. Blocked by the Blaze and Polkamp. Howlett.
All of a sudden now the game just totally opened up. Chance either way. And yeah, Antonov there, it just fell to him a great spot, and he shot it quickly blocker side, but he couldn't force Whistling to making a save. But it seems like the Blaze have kind of come to life a little bit now. They're starting to push a little bit more and buzzing around Jackson Whistle's net.
Krogdahl will bring this forwards. Leaves it behind for Edvardsen. Now to the point is Forbes, and it may be a chance for Edvardsen. Whistle was out of position, but just didn't fall on the stick there of the Blaze man.
Yeah, almost fell well from him. He kind of miscues the shot there, and it almost falls perfectly. And it could have been a wide empty net for Edvardsen there, but he just couldn't quite corral it and get it on net.
Forbes goes square. And then on by Shudra. Ellis will pick it up. Edvardsen closing down. Will it evade the stick? Here it does. It's back with the Panthers. Domeng. Pellini going. It's shot by Domeng and rebounds out. Pellini may have a chance, and it's just fourth behind and down low. Clements there doing some more good defensive work. Back inside Boivin. And then Pellini, it's just underneath him again. It was both chances slightly too close to the feet of Brett Pellini.
Yeah, they almost just fell to him. He couldn't really get it under control, but again, you see this line just every time they're on, chance after chance for the Panthers.
Domeng now sends it down low, comes off the back, but will be picked up by Tristan Keck. Penalty there on Boivin. So Tristan Keck had a quiet period, but he's still putting in some good work there to perhaps get his side a big chance in the last minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's so fast. Guys have to, trying to give him a little hook or a hold or a whack to try and slow him down. You see there, a couple of whacks, and yeah, the Blaze 1 for 1 on the power play. So they'll be trying to get one here in this last minute. And if they can't get one, they'll have another minute on the fresh ice. And I'm sure we'll see the same unit start with Luke Ferreira and Hammond on that scored last time.
Hammond and Lakovic locking in on the inside there. Brynnis Fenn up at the point. There he is, the number 33. Doesn't shoot, goes to the left. Ferrara sends it back for Hammond. Lackinen and Hammond exchanging passes. Looking for a shot, there it was from Keck, and he's back across. Puck's still there, and everybody's whacking away. It's underneath, and then the whistle comes from the official. Good save initially on that first Keck shot.
Yeah, and just a great play behind the net, almost like a set play. You don't see that often, 2 guys playing catch behind the net, but trying to get, you see how Ellis gets drawn down to him and then leaves Keck wide open. So when those 2 guys are passing back behind the net, you've got to just leave them there because they're not going to score from there, but they're looking for Keck or someone else in front. So we'll watch for that and see if that's something they try and set up for again.
Face-off is won by Coventry. Ferrara. Back for Hammond. Sends it in this time and finds the angle, to the surprise of absolutely everybody down there. Mike Hammond has squeezed that one through, and it's the 6th goal, and it's now 1-2.
Yeah, and like we've been saying, you know, he's a passer, and that's his 21st point so far, and this time he decides to shoot, and that's what happens. You know, everybody thinks he's a pass guy, so they kind of stand off him and waiting to make his move, but he just comes right down the goal line. He just rips that over Whistle's shoulder, and you know, it's a tough one for a goalie because, you know, you probably think he's going to make a play there, and he gets closer and closer, but that's an inch perfect shot, short side there, and that's 2 for 2 tonight on the power play for the Blaze. So I think if the Panthers want to get anything out of this, they're going to have to try and keep out the penalty box here. As you see him, just a complete roof job there by Hammond, and a great play by him.
The excellent series continues then for Mike Hammond as he puts his Coventry Blaze side back up 2-1 with less than half a minute to go. That hit Tetlow. 20 seconds left in this first period. Domingue and Keck have a bit of a cuddle in front of the Panthers bench. Clements gets that out, and it may fall here. There may be another chance to end the period. Off the back, Jermaine sends it across, but there's nobody there in Blaze colours. They won't mind that, though, as they have taken a 2-1 lead to the end of the first period. Goals from Luke Ferrara and Mike Hammond, either side of the leveller from Christophe Boivin, has meant that Danny Stewart's side are in the box seat for the number 2 spot in the table at the moment.
Yeah, so far so good from the Blaze. You know, I think really, apart from the special teams, the Panthers have probably had the better of the period. You know, the more shots, the more chances, the more zone time. But, you know, if you give a team like the Blaze multiple power plays, you know, they're going to make you pay eventually.
We'll take a look at the highlights very shortly before we, after we speak to one of the players down at ice level. But it was another goal from Christophe Boivin.
Yeah, and you know, we obviously rave about him every game, it seems, and that whole line with Pelini and Domingue have been, you know, incredible for this short tournament. And you know, again, the Panthers let a goal in and they come straight back out, and you know, a minute and a half later, we're back level, and it was that guy again in front of the net.
A good period there for both sides, really, and it's just a shame that the penalty kill has not worked so far for the Panthers.
No, we took bad penalties, and I think it cost us 2 goals, but we're going to find a way to win in the second and the third.
And another goal for you already tonight. You're scoring lots this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's fun to score goals. On this one, Domingue did a great play, but I found a way to put it in, so it's good.
And yourself with Domingue and Pelini are really impressing everybody.
Yeah, we have a good line. Perlini's a good center. Domingue got a good shot, and I tried to make some good plays, and so far it's going well.
Thanks for joining us, Christophe. We'll let you get back to the locker room.
Thank you.
Heard from him there. Clearly enjoying time on the line with Pelini and Domingue.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just all clicked. You know, like him and Domingue had it from the start, really, and now you know, Brett Pelini's come in and they've kind of finished off the forward line there, and they've had some great success so far.
Pretty slow start, other than the Deneen chance there that came off the bar. We'll maybe be able to see here if it did actually come off Shane Owen.
Yeah, I still couldn't tell. Such a quick shot there.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no, I don't think it did. But yeah, I mean, Deneen gets all of that one, and you were just expecting the net to bulge. But Owen does a good job of getting across here, and you know, he still manages to cover most of that short side. And yeah, maybe just off the shoulder. Actually, we've been doing him a little bit of a disservice. So, you know, looking at that, that's a huge save from him. So, you know, Panthers power play looked pretty good. Stick exploding there, but they couldn't quite get one on the power play, and obviously the Blaze get 2 the other end.
Chances again as we see that line there. We've spoke about it, what seems for, well, of course we spoke about it every game. It's been the most impressive one for the Panthers, but every time they are on the ice, you could just tell the intensity lifts going forwards.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, they've got that expectation now that every time they're out there, if they're not scoring, they're, you know, creating chances, creating momentum, you know, pinning teams in their zone, and, you know, every game they haven't disappointed once yet.
Shane Owen with north of 350 saves now, well, shots at his goal. And there was no saving that one, an absolute rocket from Ferrara.
Yeah, an absolute bomb from him. And like I said, you know, we've seen that the last few years. He was the leading scorer in the league, you know, the last season before it, you know, got cancelled. And, yeah, you know, with guys like Hammond and Brunishveen making those passes over to him, he's been scoring some huge goals. And you see him there. He's just waiting in that spot, and he gets all of that one. Fires that one high glove. Nothing Wiss can do.
First power play goal that was for the Blaze. The Panthers had previously had 2 power plays with no return, but they got a goal straight back. We've spoken to him in the period break there, Christophe Boivin. He's now got 8 for the tournament, still some good 7 behind Tristan Keckwood. He's been very impressive.
Yeah, he has been really impressive, and he's not a massive guy with a really big shot, or he doesn't have maybe like Keck's speed, but he just does everything really well around the net. He knows how to score. He knows where to be. And, yeah, last night, the overtime winner, he just gets to that back post and gets a piece of it. And, again, there, it's not a perfect shot. He doesn't blow it by him, but he just gets enough of it, gets it over that glove. And, yeah, he just he's sort of, always in the right spot at the right time. And he makes no mistake again there.
Unlike with Keck and Hammond, Boivin and Domingue have really shared out the points evenly. We've not got one guy with loads of goals and one guy with loads of assists. It's about the same.
Yeah, and it looked at the start like Domingue was going to be the main goal scorer. He had sort of the big shot out the 2, and he was scoring early on. But now Boivin's kind of taken that over from him a bit, and Domingue and Pellini have kind of been, the setup guys while still scoring a little bit. But that's great because here you see Hammond is the passer normally, but not this time. But no, I think for Domingue and Boivin, I think they both do it, just as well with each other.
2 goals from the Blaze from 2 guys who are going to be playing for GB next month.
Yeah, which, like you said, is obviously great to have those guys. Hopefully, hot going into the tournament. We've obviously got a lot of guys, that are going to that tournament as well. And you kind of want the Brits to be hot at the right time. Obviously, maybe not tonight against the Panthers, but yeah, again, there, Hammond just a great play, and he's taken this tournament by storm. Really, he's been their best player offensively. But we've seen it for the last 2 or 3 years in the Elite League that he's one of the most dynamic offensive guys we've seen for a while.
Welcome back to the Motorpoint Arena. Second period almost ready to start, but we start with the sad news that this afternoon brave baby Azalea Kane has passed away. The Elite League have had Azalea and parents Ashley and Sophia in our thoughts, and this continues on what is a very sad day. Rest in peace, champ. Just over a minute until play gets back underway. It's the Nottingham Panthers 1, the Coventry Blaze 2. Mike Hammond and Luke Ferrara on target for the Blaze. Christophe Boivin with the 1 so far for the Nottingham Panthers. And as we get closer to the end of the game and the positions seem to possibly level up a little bit more, the Blaze are currently in second position. The Panthers need a regulation win to get that.
Yeah, they obviously need to win, like you said, in regulation. So still plenty of time left, but we'll keep our eye on, obviously, how things are going and the permutations with overtime and shootouts and points here and things like that. But yeah, at the moment, the Blaze will be finishing in second.
Which is something that they would prefer, having not beaten the Steelers and avoiding that 4th position in the table.
Yeah, I think definitely, no one wants to finish 4th, even though it's really just positioning for the playoffs. You don't want to be the team that came bottom of the round robin tournament, and avoiding Sheffield is a big thing. So, yeah, I think the Blaze will obviously definitely be wanting to finish in that second spot.
Second period is underway. Straight back down for a face-off here. Rob Lakovic on it. And Mike Hammond, as we've only had 8 seconds, it's still the guys that started the period. In possession with Coventry and David Clements. Tristan Keck through the middle. Here he is, maybe a chance here for Keck, drops it off this time to Hammond. Spins on it and Lakovic wins it back. Gets away from Hammond and will come square here for Dominic Talbot-Tassi, who scored his first pro goal against the Sheffield Steelers.
Yeah, that was a really nice goal yesterday on the power play, and he'll be looking to add to that tally. I think he's really starting to, play some of his best hockey, especially on that power play.
Tristan Keck just can't find a teammate. Clements kept in the zone well by Ellis. It comes out there and Panthers will change. Keck gets something on that and Venus is after it. Tetlow. Dineen. Now chance to attack for the Nottingham Panthers. Griffiths, and he's forced away from it. Has a look at the official, but nothing coming. Lakanen. Back with Griffiths. Can't find a teammate as he sends it back blind. Matherson drops Venus. Will go after it. Krogdahl comes to meet him. Brynnisven comes over as well, and it will be Luke Ferrara that gets possession on that far side.
I love it when you see Mark Matherson down there, like behind the other team's goal line. Like on one of the power plays in the first period, he ended up in front of the net for a little bit there. He's just like the ultimate rover all around the ice, but he gets it done at both ends. So,
leading the Panthers in minutes per game, Mark Matherson. On the bench at the moment, though, as the pass doesn't find Domingue down this right wing. Duggan gets it back, but it will come for Edvardsen instead, and Garside is pressuring him. Comes out the zone, and Domingue gets back on side. Perlini in and out of one, and that was almost perfect from Brett Perlini. But the whistle came, and the shot didn't come on target.
Yeah, really nice play by him, but a great hit here. You see him just kind of like walking through guys, but a really vital hit at the last minute there, just to knock him off balance. And I thought for a second it could be a trip as he cut inside. It might have just taken him out, but you see there, Polkamp steps up and right in the body there. So great defensive play by him.
Duggan loses his footing, but nothing coming from the officials. More excellent work there. The post is covered this time, and towards the net again, but it was blocked. Excellent shift from Brett Perlini. Stenton picks it up. Domingue just gets it on, but nobody there in Panthers colours. It's into the far corner. Duggan goes after it. Garside tracks with him. Edvardsen down low. Shudra back in front. Nobody there. Good pass, but nobody on the end of it. Domingue. Boivin, Perlini. Spaced right for Domingue. Doesn't come initially, and then Shudra gets back after he was the one that turned it over. Good work on the defensive end. Howlett goes round one of Talbot Tassie, and then it's covered up by Jackson Whistle. Ran out of room, Matt Howlett. He does have one goal so far this tournament, the Blaze number 95, but wasn't adding to his tally there.
Yeah, he's a really good skate, you know, smaller guy, really fast, really skilled, and looks like he's playing a few more minutes this game, getting some regular shifts, and definitely there on that fresh ice. He was flying down on the one-on-one, but we've seen a couple of chances either end so far, so quite a explosive start to this second period.
Puck far side with the Panthers, and Talbot Tassie in possession now. John O'May is in front. Owen out to stop that. Vanya Antonov to Rutkis. Talbot Tassie. Kelsel. May near side. Garrigan trailing. Kelsel shoots, and it's saved by Shane Owen and held on to.
Yeah, nice shot there by Jordan Kelsel. He's another one that's played really well in this tournament without having loads and loads of points on the board. You know, he skates well, penalty kills, face-offs. And you see there John O'May going to the net, hoping for a rebound. That's one of the best things that May does. You know, he gets that big body to the net, as we were saying earlier on the power play, and he's looking for anything to drop there. But Shane Owen, very solid as always, holding on to that one.
Lakovic Hammond over that far side. Forbes gets it up and round, but called for icing. Alex Forbes with his hands out to his sides. And we'll come back up. There may be a chance for the Panthers to keep the puck in the offensive zone and build some pressure as they are trailing here. Mike Hammond's goal the difference so far. He's there in Blaze colours and wins that face-off. Talbot Tassie. Ellis head up and throws it forward. It's behind the net of Owen. Hammond onto Keck. Back to Hammond. Brynnisven going through the middle. Nice move by Hammond. Backhand off the post. What a move by Mike Hammond. He's having some game. It was Nikolai Brennisven that hit the post and back up the other end. It's fed towards the net and it's into his own net. What a minute of madness for Nikolai Brennisven. He hits the post at one end, skates back to do the defensive work and puts it into the top corner of his own net, 2 each.
Yeah, an amazing play, like we said, by Hammond at one end, and then Brennisven couldn't quite convert it, and then 5 seconds later we come down the other end and Brennisven there, he's obviously just trying to cut that pass out as he redirects it to his own net. But yeah, I mean, nothing really he could do here. He's almost got one hand on. Lewis Hook does a great job there going to the net, and he's just trying to keep it away from getting to him, and he gets a piece of it. And yeah, it's a great finish there. But yeah, but you know, great play by Lewis Hook. He kind of forces him into doing that. So good play by Hook, and then again a good pushback by the Panthers to get that tire almost straight away after the Blaze take the lead.
15:28 to go in the second. It's the Nottingham Panthers 2, the Coventry Blaze 2. Unfortunate for the Norwegian Nikolai Brennisven, who has had a good tournament and is, of course, experienced in the Elite League. Nothing he could really do there, blocking the pass through to Hook.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy in this league, scores so many points the other end, you know, such a good player for the Blaze, so, you know, you can't even really say it's a mistake. Just an unfortunate bounce from him off the stick, but when he could have scored 5 seconds before, it just really compounds the misery for him.
Ross Venus gets underneath Ferrara, both 19s battling there. In comes Nick Dineen. Polkamp. Pass to Lakinen. Dineen almost feeding it back in front there, but the attack will come through Krogdahl. Space out that side for Lakinen. Ferrara. Venus coming to give him some support, but it's now Boivin. Dineen to Cangelosi. He's had a quiet game so far. Down the right wing, Cangelosi. Pulls for the pass and then throws it towards the net. Rebound comes out underneath Boivin. Will he fire it? He does. It's blocked. It had been Forbes or Owen, but it stays out no matter what. Down low now with Dineen. Back in front, and then Matherson will collect this and keep it in the zone. Stenton has to control it with his skate. Boivin. Good pressure and a couple of, a minute and a half or so in the zone here for the Panthers, and there may be a chance for Boivin. Trails it all the way round, and it's right in front. Chance for Dineen. Takes a hit in the face. Goes down to the ice, and the game continues.
Yeah, great shift here by the Panthers there, especially, you know, with these guys on the ice, with Polini, Boivin out there, and like you said, Dineen takes a bit of an injury there in front of the net. We'll have to keep an eye on him.
It does come out of the zone now, and Luke Ferrara was beckoning for the change there. Domingue tries to go through the legs, but Alex Forbes does well. Another player who's impressed in this tournament. Square pass. Stenton one timer, doesn't get it all, doesn't get any of it really. Polini. Now Shudra. Garside cleans that up, and it has allowed the Blaze to change at least. Hammond comes onto that. Now Keck. Hook picks it up. And at the moment, although Mike Hammond's having an excellent game, it seems that that line of Hook, Lakovic and Bettridge, pretty much all two-way guys that will put it all out there and stop these creative, dangerous forwards.
Yeah, definitely. You know, his points have all come on the power play. But, you know, he's obviously dangerous 5-on-5 all the time.
There he is, Hammond again, saved by whistle.
But no,
side.
Yeah, these guys have done a really good job trying to keep them quiet 5-on-5, and obviously that's, you know, the line for the Blaze, and Panthers have to do a good job of trying to keep them quiet.
In stride for Lakovic, but he can't get past the final defender. Hook sends it towards Owen. It's bouncing and it's awkward, but not too awkward for the big number 50 there in the net for the Coventry Blaze. Don't forget, 50-50 and Shirtoffy's back. Still running in this Elite Series. What happened to Nick Dineen? You couldn't really tell from that side, but clearly felt something.
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye. I'm sure he'll be back on the ice soon enough.
Cangelosi loses out there on the face-off. Howlett. Go into the offensive zone now for the Blaze. Talbot Tassi across. Rutkis trying to dig it out. Cangelosi goes back square and alleviates the danger. Didn't last for very long though, as we come back up the Blaze offensive zone with the icing call. So here is the chance before the own goal. Off the post there by Brynnisven. And then he skates all the way up the other end and inadvertently puts it into his own net.
And a great play by Hammond there on the backhand, just feathers it through the defenseman's legs to, like you said, to Brynnisven. But yeah, he couldn't convert on that one and ended up being costly and ended up in his own net a few seconds later.
May. Back to Talbot Tassi. Uses his body and gets it down low for Owen Griffiths. Under pressure from Polkamp, Laakkonen. Back to the Finnjani Laakkonen. Now Ferrara, good pass here. Ross Venus onto it. Backhand, it's in front. It's bouncing, but it's out. David Clement shoots, blocked across there by May.
Yeah.
Half a chance there for the Blaze on the rebound there.
Yeah, it's a great transition with Ferreira and Venus there, and the puck fell to Clements. I think if he'd have shot that quicker, Whistle wasn't quite set in his net, but he just managed to get back across there, and yeah, big escape for the Panthers there. Great chance for the Blaze.
Cangelosi. Ellis throws it into the corner. Garrigan coming round to meet it, does well. But there's the Brynnisven doing some defending. Shudra can't get to that. It's in the defensive zone with Kelsel, who gets it back. Down the left wing, Garrigan making ground through the middle. It's past the left post. Matheson. Round for Garrigan. Escapes Clements. Gets it back up to the top here. Tetlow one timer. It's past the post again and will be retrieved by Mark Matheson. Kelsel wants it back here, gets it. Head up, sends it round again. Matheson down low. Back up the right side with Boivin and Tetlow. Garrigan comes off the back and it's covered up there and allows for a breather and chance to change for the Blaze.
Yeah, I think that's what Danny Stewart will want there. Shane Owen just to hold on to that one and try and get a fresh set of troops out there, as Panthers had quite the shift going. So they'll now get some fresh bodies out there.
Over the halfway point in this one, it's 2 each. As the race for the playoff seedings remains as it was some hour ago. Bettridge, Krogdahl trying to pressure him. Bettridge comes away with it. Still in possession, the Panthers 74. Doesn't get everything on that, but the pass goes to Hook. Matheson, Hook makes ground through the middle. Lakovic in front of the net. Matheson still in possession. There's nobody there as Tetlow was right up at the blue line this side.
Do you know what? I'm not sure if it was a line to them, but I actually thought there was someone over there as well. I was like, oh, great pass. And then all of a sudden, it was to no one there. Like you said, Tets had come over on this side of the ice.
Edvardsen. Forbes. Comes back round. Tetlow's there. Under pressure from Keck. Krogdahl. Jermaine and Matheson just gets his stick to that first. Edges ahead. It's Nick Jermaine and Simon Edvardsen is there as well for the Blaze. Comes out with Tetlow. Feeds it forwards and then another one from Bettridge. Hook goes after it. Polkamp's there though. Howlett. Pushes it on and now as Vanya Antonov opens up for him and it's in the glove of Whistle. It's not, no, but the whistle came before the rebound was there again for the Blaze to capitalise on.
Yeah, really good chance here as well by the youngsters of the Blaze. There you see Mac Howlett driving to the net through and that opens up that lane just behind Lakovic for Antonov. You see Antonov, he has that ginormous stick. He fires that one in there. Whistle makes a nice save and holds on, but the puck did actually bobble free there. I think Rutkis was looking around for a rebound, but
sarcastic cheers there, just the one I think. There would have been more if everyone was here. Ryan Fraley hit the deck. Just after the face-off, Antonov. Down low, back up top, backhand from Rutkiss. It was awkward, but he did get it towards the net. And as you say, this line of youngsters playing excellently.
Yeah, they've been, Howlett, Rutkiss and Antonov. They've really been buzzing around, skating well, and again, another good shift.
Chance there for Antonov, but it was blocked by Stenton. Domingue to the right here. Will it get through to him? It won't. And back the other way with Mac Howlett. Sends that to Jackson Whistle, who did try and keep alert, but Howlett was closing down and the whistle came, and that line will go off after a good shift.
Yeah, I think West wanted to sort of keep that one moving because the Blaze were changing, but he did a really good job there. I think it was Howlett of just following his shot to the net and not letting him play that puck.
Ross Venus is ready already. Angelosi just about. Loses out to the GB man there. Brynnis Venn fires it. Rebounds there for Venus, and Whistle does well to get the second one as well. Brynnis Venn trying to make up for that inadvertent one into his own net. Griffiths. May. Comes off the skate of Lackinen, so stays with the Blaze. Cangelosi comes in to pick it up. Talbot Tassi to Griffiths. Krogdahl goes all the way around the back, uses his body well, and just finds a teammate there in Venus. Sends it on to Ferrara, down the right wing. Looked to shoot, but was under pressure from Ellis. Now May. Into Cangelosi.
Oh, yeah.
May tried to drag his leg there, but it was the call that came from the officials down in front of us here. 7 minutes and 3 seconds. 2 each.
Yeah, it seems like the game's kind of evened out a bit now. Teams have had, one team's had their push and then the other one's come back and the goals have kind of gone, but it seems like the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes it just kind of evened out now. Both teams getting a few good looks, and one of them will be trying to make the breakthrough here before this period ends.
Edvardsen pushes that one on. Tetlow gets it off Whistle. Duggan pressures him and gets possession for his work, Sam Duggan. Sent back round by Shudra. Edvardsen, and that will be covered up by Jackson Whistle as Edvardsen was coming in to put him under some pressure. 6:39 to go in the second. It's 2 each after the mad moment of Nikolai Brennisfen. If you're just tuning in, he hit the post at one end, the right end, skated back up to help on defence, which is of course his normal position, and then hit his stick and went in past Shane Owen, which is why we are 2 each. Domingue does well to get possession there. Domingue skates all the way around. Polkamp tracks with him. Matheson is up central here. Couple of bodies in front towards the net. Redirected there by Pellini. The high stick has called, but will continue.
Yeah, that was a great play by Pearl to get a piece there. It looks like it wouldn't have counted if that had gone in, as it was a high stick, but a nice point shot there from Mark Matheson, and Pellini just gets enough of it there and makes a nice save, but like we said, it wouldn't have counted.
Icing call. Blaze will come back up this left-hand side. Out there with Keck, Hammond and Jermaine, so the guys they want out there in this position. Hammond on the face-off. Lewis Hook tries to win it. Brett Pellini, sorry. Matheson in the zone there, but nobody in Blaze colours to retrieve it on this, what is their left wing. Keck. I think Kevin Domingue made that call, and then the official was like, yeah, we'll give you that one. 5:38 to go in the second period. Whilst the Panthers haven't beaten Coventry this series, the games have all been pretty close and pretty exciting. So to win here and then rolling into what would be the playoffs is what you want to be doing.
Yeah, I think they can make a huge statement if the Panthers can win this game. Like you said, beating the Blaze finally, coming back from a big deficit against the Steelers, who were the #1 seed, winning that one, and then rolling into the game on Tuesday.
Bettridge tries to shoot this time. Owen was across to it. Hook. Sent round now, Lakovic. Talbot Tassi up at the blue line. Gets it, goes square. Pass from Ellis. It's good work from Coventry that don't allow the puck to go towards the net. Hook under pressure and loses out now. Tristan Keck tries to go in between two. Lakovic gets back well. Hammond, head up, pass to the back post. That's excellent. David Clements finishing that one off, and Mike Hammond, what a game he's having. 2-3.
Yeah, honestly, Mike Hammond's vision and range of passing amazes me more every time. Like here, looks like there's nothing on. He's kind of, keeping his head up, thinking he's going to pass to the middle, and then Saucer, over two guys' sticks right onto Clements' tape for him to just put that empty there. And Clements, again, a guy we were talking about before where, he was more of a steady shutdown D-man. That's his third goal, I believe, so far. And, he's turning into almost like an offensive defense and sitting him on the power play a little bit. But again, there, Hammond is the guy that makes the Blaze tick. And, you see it every game. Another inch-perfect pass right onto Clements' stick. And, nice smart finish from him, joining the rush late, and that gives the Blaze the lead.
3 points so far this afternoon for Mike Hammond as he picks up another assist there. That's 17 for the series.
And how much are the Coventry Blaze fans hoping that him and probably Keck and maybe a few others are going to be in a Blaze shirt come, August, September, whenever a season gets going?
How much are we hoping? Because these guys, they're brilliant to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Hammond's a guy that you want in the league, whatever team he's on. You obviously, I'm sure the Blaze fans are desperate for him to stay, in a Blaze jersey. But yeah, especially being having the dual citizenship and representing Great Britain, it's just, takes it to another level.
Ross Venus. Now Ferrara. Drops it off Lacken and shoots. Across came Venus, but Matherson was there as well. Stays in with Krogdahl. That hits the skate of Mark Matherson just in front of Whistle, and then Garside may be able to get this out of immediate danger. Inside now for Cangelosi. John O'May has surrounded Cangelosi in and out. Can't make any ground on the net though, but is in a good position on that left wing, all the way to Matherson here. Matherson towards the net, redirected almost by Boivin. Gets on the rebound, wrong side of the net. Thought that was another goal for Boivin, but just on the wrong side of Shane Owen's net there. Matherson keeps it in. May towards Owen, pushes it away. Krogdahl gets there before anybody else. Tetlow does on that far side. Pellini, but it was a good hit from Polkamp. Pellini gives him a bit back in that corner. Still in with the Panthers here. And Domingue. Matherson near side. Far side is Tetlow. Off the back for Pellini. Tetlow. Straight across to Matherson. Measures it, but it's past the post. And Krogdahl will get that out of the zone. Now it allows the change to come, but there is space here for Kevin Domingue. It's heavy off his skate. Boivin back to Domingue, and now Talbot Tassi takes it an inch forward, but screened all the way through.
The Blaze desperately need to get this out and get some guys off the ice. I think Ferreira managed to sneak a quick line change there, but with being the second period, it's the long change from the benches, and great shift here by the Panthers, just keeping them pinned in.
Domingue, rebound comes out, it hit the chest of Shane Owen. Talbot Tassi will go after that, but I'm afraid you're going to have to stay on, boys, as we come back up the Panthers' offensive zone after the icing. 2:30 to go.
And yeah, every time the Blaze have taken the lead, the Panthers so far have come back, and Boivin and Pellini Domingue sniffing around there trying to get another equaliser. But again, the Blaze do manage to get a break here, but you can see a couple of the guys doubled over on their sticks here. They want to get a line change, so we'll be trying to get this to the red line and get it in.
Duggan in possession now. It does come out of the zone. Will the Blaze get it? They do. Edvardsen now in the defensive zone and straight back. Garrigan takes a hit there, but Bettridge is in possession down low. Stick was retrieved off the ice by Krogdahl. Howlett under pressure from two. Comes out to Polkamp. It's another icing call, and we've got less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. The Panthers 2, Blaze 3.
And those two Blaze D-men still not able to get a change. Polkamp and Krogdahl there, so see Panthers put out Cangelosi's line here, see if they can get one before this period ends.
Cangelosi, so effective on the face-off. some 63% coming into this. And
Yeah.
he's in possession here.
I think he leads the tournament in, I'm not sure if it's face-off percentage, but wins against losses, he's like plus 40, so which is an incredible number. So he's obviously won a few more tonight as well.
123, I think, has been won against 72 lost coming into tonight for Austin Cangelosi. But maybe a chance now for Chris Polkamp and Max Krogdorf to get off. One of them has, but Polkamp is still going. Dineen shoots that past the post, and then a collision with the goalie there. Pretty heavy landing, but it seems as if Owen Griffiths is all right, getting straight up from that.
Yeah, and the Blaze there, I don't think Danny Stewart will be happy with that. A little bit of a dangle on the blue line there, and it got turned over quickly, and the Panthers were back the other way. And like you said, one of those D-men only just off the ice, but nice save there by Shane Owen.
Lakovic and Hammond in here. Straight up, but back for Talbot Tassi, and there was a call by David Clements, and then the whistle came from the official. Minute and 9 seconds on the period. And we'll come into the neutral zone, which is something that the Blaze will be happy to see. Talbot Tassi towards Owen. Bettridge closes him down, and the whistle comes there as it stays in the glove of big Shane Owen, who again has faced a number of shots tonight. 2 have gone past him. 3 have gone past Jackson Whistle. Lakovic and Hammond. Here's Talbot Tassi. Bettridge sends it back. Talbot Tassi. Nice move to get past one, and now good pass to the far side. Lakovic and Clements gets there first, though. David Clements, the man who has made the difference goals-wise. That's the man who's made the difference all afternoon. Mike Hammond sends it back to him. Here's Jermaine right in front, tries to feed it to Keck, but Talbot Tassi was right on the spot there to get that. Hook. Domingue central. Hook still in possession, tries to cut it back again, but it's nobody there for the Panthers, and forward into the neutral zone with couple of seconds to go. It's going to have to be fired quickly if it is. There is the horn, and the Blaze will go into the final period with a 3-2 lead here. Mike Hammond once again with a bit of magic in that period to make sure his side keep the lead.
Yeah, definitely. He's been the guy all tournament, and his whole career in this league where he's been the main guy, the set-up guy, but he has a goal and 2 assists, and a great assist there to set up David Clements for the go-ahead goal.
We see David Clements there, who will be coming to join us after he's spoken to the equipment manager. Here we go, that's 2/3 of this one done, and the Blaze in the spot seat to come second in the Elite Series. We know it's going to change more than once before the end of the night with the Storm and the Steelers playing later, but they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I think so far so good for them. They've played a really solid game, and they'll just be looking to see this one out. Like you said, they kind of had the Panthers' number so far, and they'll just be looking to finish that one out and go 4-0 against them.
Here's the man with the latest goal. Is blowing pretty hard after what must have been a pretty tough period, but a 3-2 lead, David Clements.
Yeah, well, I think Stewie said it yesterday. Our second periods haven't been great, and as you can tell, we get hemmed in quite a bit there in the second 20 minutes. So, but happy to be going in with the lead, and puts us in good spot for the third.
Mike Hammond has 3 points tonight. What a pass that was for your goal.
Yeah, he's been doing it all tournament, to be fair to him. Used to absolutely hate playing against him when he was in Manchester, but very happy that he's with us and providing the goals for the boys. So, yeah, happy with it.
And away from tonight, this afternoon's game, it's been an excellent week for you, of course, with the GB call-up.
Yeah, again, over the moon with it. It's such an honour to be able to represent your country at the top level. So really appreciate the opportunity Pete's given me. And like I said in my last interview, Stewie and Keno too, for the amount of ice time I'm getting here. It's put me in good stead for it. So yeah, delighted.
David, thanks for joining us. We'll let you get back to the locker room. Rest up for that final period.
Yeah, will do. Thanks.
A guy that has impressed pretty much everybody from game one in this series and fully deserved the call-up.
Yeah, he's been really good, and just like a guy like Josh Tetlow and Sam Jones, there'll be a guy that might not be at the forefront of their team normally, but in this tournament, less imports, but he's earned that with his play. You see, he's wearing the A on his jersey there. He's the assistant captain, and his play really over the last year or so has really stepped up, and he's a really top young British defenseman. There
we go then. Hit the post at one, and Nikolai Brenisven with a magic pass from Mike Hammond again. Magic Mike, has that been done yet by anybody? It'll be a bit cold in here for that, but it's an excellent chance for Brenisven. Hits the post, and then we come back up the other end after it falls to Rob Lakovic. Bettridge forcing the pass across there, and Lewis Hook, as you say, making the move that made Brenisven put his stick out.
Yeah, I'm sure Ollie's going to tell everyone that he meant that, and that was a great goal, cannon shot from over by the boards there. But no, Lakovic starts it off by kind of breaking the play up. Good play by Hook. Hook kicks it wide and then keeps going to the net. And like you said, you see him there charging through, and if he's not doing that, Brenisven doesn't have to lean and get his stick in there, and he kind of forced it. So again, that line's been really good. We're talking about them shutting guys down, but now they're producing at the other end too.
That was 2 each, and that was one in the face for Nick Dineen, who went straight to the bench and seemingly in some pain.
Yeah, he obviously took a nose. No, still couldn't see if it was a stick there that maybe came up and got him, but we've seen him back on the ice since, so I'm sure he'll be feeling that one for a few days, but he's a warrior and he's back out there playing.
There is David Clement's goal. Celebration into the corner, but all about the pass from Mike Hammond.
Yeah, it's just the patience with it. It sort of looks like nothing's open. He just waits and waits, and eventually something opens up. And again, all credit to Clements. He's the D man, but he's joining the rush as that fourth guy. And you see him here just burst into that back post, and he gives Hammond an option. And I feel like if you're on a line or on the ice with Hammond, just keep your stick on the ice and head to the net, and the puck will land there at some point. So yeah, just a great all-round play by them.
Such a nonchalant pass as well. Just whilst it's beat 3 guys out of the play there, Keck being one of them, it like it was every day for him.
Yeah, and it's great having a guy like Keck on the line as well. Everybody's focused on him all the time because hat-trick yesterday, he's the goal scorer, and so guys are always watching where he is, and then all of a sudden, just out of the corner of your eye, Clements sneaks in and he gets one.
Owen Griffiths taking a tumble there, but we see Nick Dineen who threw that one towards the net. Collision with Shane Owen.
Yeah, it was almost like you see here, Griffiths does the right thing. He's trying to keep out of Owen's way. You see he's trying to avoid him here, and he just catches his knee. So that could have been a nasty one, but, Owen's out of his crease a bit there, and Griffiths does his best to keep out the way, but he just catches him. So
there we are then to end period 2. The score once again on your screen. It's the Nottingham Panthers 2, the Coventry Blaze 3.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please!
Welcome back to the Motorpoint Arena. We've got 1 period left here. It's the Nottingham Panthers 2, the Coventry Blaze 3. David Clement's goal. The difference so far. Brendan Ellis is ready for the final period for the Panthers, who will Tim Wallace and Danny Stewart be thinking about, we need to maybe lose this in regulation but win it in overtime to be able to get the position that we want, or is it just go out there, boys, and get the momentum?
Yeah, I think they'll just be trying to win the game. I mean, obviously they both want to finish second. You want to finish as high as you can, but we haven't beaten the Blaze yet so far, so that's one, who do the Panthers want to try and squash and get the win? But no, I think it's just about going out, playing a really complete 20 minutes. The Panthers have been coming back in a lot of games, and it'd be great to get another comeback win. So I think both teams will just be winning. I'm not sure if if the scores are tied with maybe a couple of minutes left, what they'll be thinking heading into overtime. But we'll work the maths out when we need to for that, if we need to.
Nathan Carmichael and Stefan Hogarth just having a look at Jackson Whistle's net there. All seems to be okay now, though, as Rob Lakovic and Mike Hammond are centre ice, ready for the final period of the Panthers round-robin Elite Series. The next period they play after this will be playoff hockey. Next full period, anyway. We might have overtime yet. Bettridge. Sent round for Lakovic, but it's to Jermaine. So this hook keeps it in the zone. Lakovic goes after it, and David Clements is there. Good work from the Panthers 7, though. Ellis. Lakovic. Talbot Tassi spins on it, sends it to Hook. Back up to the top with Bettridge. To Ellis. Right in front was Hook, but didn't get enough on it to put it into Owen's net. Hammond on the defensive end this time. Lakovic has it back though. Good start to the period, but that pass is turned over to the very dangerous Tristan Keck, who can't get it under control. Too quick for his own good then, I think. Lewis Hook just pops up there off some ice already in the corner. Deneen comes in to try and win it back as well. There we are, Lewis Hook. Pucks down low with Cangelosi and Matherson. Tetlow round the boards, nobody to pick it up until it gets round to Matherson. Cangelosi. Deneen. Ferrara out of the defensive zone. And there is Josh Tetlow to Cangelosi. And the Panthers will come forward once again. I think Jackson Whistles just stood with his arm on the bar the whole period so far.
Yeah, it's just been all one way this first, even though it's only been a couple of minutes. And, when you're playing against guys like Hammond and Keck, that's the best thing to do is try and keep them hemmed in their own end. And, Mike Hammond had to kind of eat a 2-minute shift in his own zone there, so he won't be very happy about that. But, yeah, Panthers have started really brightly.
Matherson to Tetlow. Sends it all the way across. Cangelosi is able to get himself. Matherson to Griffiths. Towards Owen. Just easy blocker down there. Pellini to Deneen. Shudra gets his stick to it. Pellini. Boivin to his outside. Goes past one. Pellini shoots it. Rebound comes out. And there's Edvardson to pick it up for Coventry. Now Sam Duggan. Past that right post. Edvardson. Boivin comes in, but it's back with Shudra. Forbes in a good position there. It can't come back to him. Shudra battling, but it's now Boivin. Domeng. Can't get the pass inside. Off the glass. May fall for Shudra. Garside had eyes on it. And Stenton goes square. Pellini. Little one inside. Maybe another one over to Boivin, but it's back with Garside. Garside towards the net, and it's popped out that far side. Edvardson. We've played 3.5 minutes with not a lot of action, but we've been non-stop.
Yeah, I think Tim will be happy with the way they've come out. Like you said, not loads of grade A chances yet, but Panthers obviously on the front foot. A lot more zone time and just pressing every shift.
Maybe a chance here there for Boivin. Can't get past Polkamp. He's had a good game defensively towards Whistle. Antonov this time. Kelsel. Howlett can't keep it in, but has possession. Krogdahl. Let's it back the Blaze number 43. Howlett to Antonov. Talbot Tassi there down low. Ellis comes in, so does Rutkiss. Ellis the man that comes away with the puck. Garrigan. It's a bit hot for Kelsel, but he managed to corral it. Nice move from Jordan Kelsel around the outside. Cuts it back in front to Krogdahl though. Keck is the man leading the front there, but can't get in possession. Here is Tristan Keck now as the hit came in right in front of the Panthers bench there. Jordan Kelsel back up over the wall. Hook. To Owen. And now Forbes. Maybe a chance if they can get this square. It was Jermaine, but Tetlow there. And whilst you don't want to talk about an opposition goal scorer as having a quiet game, because you know what exactly is going to happen. Tristan Keck hasn't really been in it.
No, not really. And, this line's obviously been their main line this whole tournament, and he obviously, maybe he scored all his goals yesterday, but no, he hasn't had 3-4 great chances, and Whistle's been making unbelievable saves on him. I remember one in the power play he had in front, but apart from that, the Panthers have done a really good job of keeping him quiet.
Icing call. There we go. Played over 5 minutes of the third period. If you've just had a nice little doze for a couple of minutes on a Sunday afternoon, you've not missed a lot since the period got underway, apart from maybe that. Some angry Panthers voices on the bench there, but nothing calls. There's Ross Venus and Rob Lakovic set up here. Straight off there, and the shot was saved. Lakanen will get the rebound. Ferrara looking to come in backdoor, but just ahead of him. Gets it to Venus. Forced off it by Lakovic. And Tetlow gives the pass to Matheson. Hook through the middle. Lewis Hook wearing the number 8 for the Nottingham Panthers. Gets it to Cangelosi. And Matheson now. Decent position. Plenty of men in front. And then that was in the glove of Shane Owen.
Yeah, lots of shots coming in from bad angles. Polini tried one earlier. Obviously, Hammond scored that goal on one. And again, here you see Matheson kind of at a bit of a dead angle there right on the goal line. But he just fires that one across, and Owen sharply down, and he grabs that one in the glove to get the whistle.
A couple of guys in front, Cangelosi and Deneen. Cangelosi on the draw, loses out to Simon Andre Edvardsen. Shudra has Duggan making ground in front, but can't get past the first Panthers man to close down into the neutral zone. Edvardsen just to go around the long way to wait for some support. Forbes is up at the blue line. It goes the other way though. Shudra, can he get past Cangelosi? And now Duggan comes steaming in. Got it right up against his skate there, Sam Duggan, but it's out from Owen Griffiths. Stays in though, good work from Duggan, and a couple of bodies on the floor. Griffiths and Shudra, they're both back up. Forbes. Edvardsen. Movement from Duggan. Back to Alex Forbes at the blue line. Redirect, but it was wide. It was Shudra, the big body in front.
Oh, what's a trip?
And that is going to be a power play once it's Alex Forbes gets the puck down here. He does. So a somewhat erratic and scrappy period may now have some grade A chances.
Yeah, it's a shame there, because the Blaze, that's a really good shift by them. No real quality chances, but a lot of zone time there. Really good shift with Shudra, Edvardsen and Sammy Duggan. But yeah, Shudra takes that penalty there. Danny Stewart won't be happy with the offensive zone penalty probably, but he was having a really good shift then, Shudra, and I think he's I've been really impressed with him this game actually. But yeah, obviously gives the Panthers a chance to get back into this one.
Brett Pellini, Mike Hammond on the draw. Brett Pellini went a tad early, so we'll have Brett Pellini and Mike Hammond on the draw again. Comes out to Brynnisfen, but it's now with the Panthers, who will set up. They won't. It's now Hammond. It's a good pass from Keck. Going the other way. Hammond has Keck with him. Shot, rebound comes out. Nobody there for the Blaze, and the Panthers can get back up the right end. Pellini drops it off. Boivin comes in on it. Shoot, rebound comes out for a split second, and then the stick and swallowed up by Shane Owen.
Yeah, and the two guys you don't want to see flying down the ice short-handed are Hammond and Keck, but I don't think Hammond knew Keck was right with him there. He probably couldn't get it to him, so he does the wise thing and just gets a shot on net. Jackson also makes a nice save, but yeah, kind of funny to see Hammond and Keck, the two most offensive guys out there killing the penalty, but maybe they're thinking they can get one short-handed here.
And they nearly did, the Coventry Blaze. We'll have another go at that. Brett Pellini is very eager to get things back to level terms. 99 seconds left on the power play. Cole Shudra taking a couple of minutes down in front of us. Boivin. Ellis, one timer there from Pellini. The rebound comes out. Was there going to be a chance? Whacking away is Domingue, and then it's covered up by Shane Owen. Brynnisven putting his body on the line as well.
Yeah, huge play there by him, and Shane Owen again doing a great job. This puck comes over. You don't often see Pellini shoot. You do see him shoot, but he's not normally that one-timer guy. But he lets a rocket go there, and the rebound's bouncing around, but no one can settle that down and get it to net. But I like to see that from Pellini. Just get pucks to the net and see what can happen.
He's on the face-off here with Hammond. Was forced out. That's the third face-off we've had this power play, and the third we'll have a second attempt with. Ryan Fraley not happy with that one. 12-12 to go in the game. 2-3. Panthers with a good chance to get level for the third time here. Boivin to Ellis. Perhaps setting up there again was Pellini for another one-timer, but across came Hammond. Ellis all the way towards the net, and it's out, but it's cleared there by Mike Hammond. He's doing absolutely everything tonight for the Coventry Blaze, and the visiting team change 4.
Yeah, he definitely is an all-round guy. You see Pellini win some face-offs there, but he's normally really good on the face-offs and penalty kill, power play, obviously all the points he gets, so he's a very valuable member of this team.
Boivin passes intercepted somewhat there, but now John O'May can't get his pass. Ross Venus trying to make a breakaway there. Boivin comes inside on it. Excellent block from Krogdahl. Trailed the back leg and got that blocked from Boivin, who looked to add to his goal tally. May. There he is again, Boivin. It's all the way through. He hit a couple of sticks, but not into the net. Ellis, that's away from him, and Duggan gets it out of immediate danger for the Blaze, and they once again change 4. Some fresh legs out there for the final 20 seconds of this power play. Edvardsen, furthest man forward there. Talbot Tassi sends a pass to the right-hand side. This will come now for John O'May. Back up with Matherson. Advances towards the net. Shooter's out. It's another kill for the Blaze. Cangelosi hits the deck, but he's back up. Straight bearing down on the net. Another bad angle shot. This time it was Talbot Tassi. Jermaine now in possession, though, as the Blaze try and get it out of the defensive zone with equal numbers back on the ice. May and Clements both hit the deck. Cangelosi and Brynnisven there as well. David Clements gets it out of the boards, but it's a good position now for the Panthers. Matherson at the point towards the net. Hits one of the players there in front, but out of danger. Now Jermaine. He will bring it out and settle somewhat of that couple of minutes that they had in their own defensive zone.
Yeah, I think the Blaze will just be happy to get through, as we sort of tick past the halfway point. They'll be happy to escape that power play and, just try and get back to 5-on-5 and see this one out.
Bettridge. Polkamp right in front of his own bench there. Hits Bettridge and now has possession back. Mark Garside to Josh Tetlow. Sent into the offensive zone there by Lewis Hook. Stopped by Owen. Ferrara has his head up. Gives it to Forbes. Lackinen is in front of him. It's off the back there by Alex Forbes. Garside comes across. Howlett closing down. In comes Garside again, but back with Howlett. Excellent pass. Ferrara. It's hit the blocker and it's a stick save there. What a brilliant move from Jackson Whistle. It's Forbes. Hook now will bring it away for the Panthers. Never makes the easy saves, Jackson Whistle.
No, that was certainly a good one. And like, Luke Farrow saw the goal he scored earlier. That's not the guy you want home alone in the slot there. And Whistle not only makes the first save, but then the acrobatic puck swat away afterwards. So he's keeping the Panthers in this game.
Hammond. Clements. Now a chance down the left-hand side. It's Keck, comes inside one and past another. Keck backhand, but it's saved by Whistle. He's had a quiet game, but he can do a moment of magic just like that. Yeah, that's kind of the first time we've really seen him, with the puck on his stick, making a move in front of the net, and you see there he just walks the defenseman, and Jackson Whistle has to make a great save with the left shoulder. Boivin battling against Clements, but it's out knife for Brynnisven. Pass off the sides goes to Matheson. 8 minutes remain. Panthers will be staying on 11 points as it stands ahead of the Storm and the Steelers later on. That's collected up by Shane Owen as Pelini was closing him down. We'll take a look again at that Jackson whistle save. First off the blocker, straight up in the air, and that could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, it was a really good first save. You know, Luke Ferreira there, loading up in the slot, big save, and then yeah, he just tracks the puck really well with his eyes, and maybe he played some baseball growing up back home, so that came in handy.
Polkamp, Forbes, to Simon Edvardsen. Duggan is the man central. Edvardsen still in possession. Shudra back to Edvardsen. Track there back to the blue line. It's Forbes and Duggan. In comes Kelsel. Those two will put it all out to battle for it. May, far side. Inside now Talbot Tassi. Bit of space in front of them. It's collected by Garrigan. Sends it round this near side now, Talbot Tassi. Back with Garrigan, but it's heavy off his stick, and May gives it back to the number 15. Now up top, Kelsel just escapes him, and Panthers lose the momentum from that. Talbot Tassi. Matheson onwards. Dineen. Griffiths coming in behind. Venus, square pass, Lakanen, Ferreira through the middle. That's gone up into the air and back down into the corner. Venus. A couple of Panthers bodies that far side. Dineen and Tetlow should be able to deal with it. They do just about. That's a good pass, and now maybe a chance for Cangelosi. Goes one over to Griffiths, back to him almost. Krogdahl laying on the deck there to stop that one going through to Austin Cangelosi. Now Venus. Tetlow tries to win it back. Lakanen almost on the spin for Ferrara. Griffiths, we're end to end now as we've got less than 6 minutes to go. Dropped off Cangelosi. Dineen coming in now. And there is Garside. Garside towards the net. Redirected, but it was straight into the pad of Owen. Matheson. Far side Cangelosi. Winds one up, and that's flicked up into the glass. Clements. To Ferrara down in front of us here. Cangelosi comes to retrieve. Matheson. Hook making ground through the middle. Matheson towards the net, and it was there for Hook. May get it off the back. Still in possession. Gets it that far side now, Lakovic. Garside. To Lakovic. Does well to stop that coming out of the zone. Garside. Past that right post of Owen. Some good pressure there for the Panthers.
Yeah, really good pressure, and again, it's this line. Just a shame that puck just missed the net there, because you know, some really good zone time by this line. Starting to get pucks in the net. Blaze couldn't change, but that kind of gave him a chance to get a few fresh bodies on the ice.
Almost a chance there for Lakovic as he was skating onto that one.
Yeah, that was a great play by Lacko. Kind of took the puck himself from behind his own net all the way through the neutral zone, kicks it wide, and then, like we saw Lewis Hook doing earlier, just continues to the net, and nice little feathered pass here by Betridge, and Lacko there using his hand high this time, but Shane Owen, big save.
This is the block there from Max Krogdahl, another impressive defenseman that's come across to the Elite Series here. Pelini and Hammond. Mike Hammond wins that. Of course he does. He's playing brilliantly.
Yeah, him and Pelini have had some real good face-off battles this game. So
Talbot Tassi. Keck almost gets that, but it's back with Talbot Tassi. Comes in and out of a couple. Now towards Owen. That's passed. Now Boivin tries to win it, but it's Hammond, and it is won by Panthers 94 until Alex Forbes has something to say about it.
This has probably been, I think, Talbot Tassi, or one of his best games so far. I've really noticed him. You know, he's really starting to settle in on the Panthers blue line.
Just across the danger area there of Shane Owen's net. Just over 4 minutes to go. Panthers down 2-3. Looking for the leveller. Domingue. To Ellis. Domingue in and out of a couple. Shoots and fires it in. Excellent goal from Kevin Domingue. He's got 7 for the tournament now, and it's 3 each with less than 4 to go.
Yeah, and you knew if an equaliser was going to come, it was going to come from that line, and instead of a pretty passing play this time, it's all Domingue. He just shrugs off one challenge there, and then you knew from here he was just going to rip that one, and he always seems to find those spots, and he finds a spot there over Owen's shoulder, and he ties this one with just under 4 remaining.
We're going to have an exciting 3 minutes and 54 seconds here as these two sides battle for the highest playoff seeds. As we came into this one, the Blaze had 12 points and were sitting in second. The Panthers had 11 and were sitting in third. And the Storm with 11 in fourth. So it now reads, at the moment, Coventry with 13 and the Panthers with 12.
So if it stayed like this and went to overtime, the Blaze would be assured second because they have the better head-to-head record against the two teams. So
if the Panthers are to come second, they need to win and get a goal in the last 3.5 minutes here. Matheson. Dineen. Now it's Duggan though. Just onwards. Tetlow. Cangelosi. Matheson will go and get that himself. Krogdahl comes across. Howlett. Garside. Only man back for the Panthers there. Venus. Ferrara drops it off to Brennisven. Now Lakovic. Bettridge is making ground down this near side, stays on side. Lakovic. Ellis opens up slightly and it's just a couple of bodies in there. Nothing doing though in terms of a shot on goal. Ferrara. Lakonen through the middle. Brennisven held on to by Jackson Whistle. The first thing he's had to do in a few minutes, actually.
Yeah, and a nice save there by Whistle. Guys going in the net for a rebound. He holds on to that one. And the Blaze will get a face-off down to his glove side. See if they can work something here.
Kevin Domingue just firing one past Shane Owen there to level this up. It's the latest of 6 goals we've had this afternoon. Don't forget the first of 2 on the final day of the round robin. Storm and Steelers later on this evening. Steelers assured of the first seed, so Storm will probably be looking to avoid that 4th position. Clements. Jermaine with him. Straight up and into the first row. Be a nice easy catch for somebody normally that would, but unfortunately, no fans in the arena this Elite Series, but it's not meant that the level of hockey has dropped, because we've seen some excellent goals.
Yeah, we've seen, the whole tournament, it's got more and more intense as it's gone on. We've seen some great goals, great plays, great goaltending, and so far it's been a really, really good tournament.
Krogdahl to Jermaine. Talbot Tassi. Boivin. No surprise these boys are out there for the moment as the Panthers are looking for a goal. One would put them second. Domingue loses footing, finds Pellini though before he does. Talbot Tassi. Hits Domingue, but it's still going to come for him. Ellis back up and it's hit a skate and gone the other direction to Talbot Tassi. Boivin. Pellini. Brennisven stops him from getting it, but Domingue will. Polkamp pressuring him. Almost there. And another one inadvertently put in, but it's brought out by Mike Hammond. Gets it onto Keck, who just touches into the offensive zone. We're inside the last minute of regulation here. At the moment, we are going to overtime, and that would mean that the Coventry Blaze will have enough for second. Duggan throws that towards Whistle, and that's easy enough. Now Matheson. Takes a bit of time as everybody gets going. That's straight to Edvardsen though. Tetlow, half a minute. Panthers won't get a goal if the puck remains up this end. Cangelosi. Matheson. Playing it in the defensive zone here. Now do advance it with Dineen. He touches it on, but it's going to go to Krogdahl. Comes under pressure. Dineen closes out Clements. 5 seconds and it's stuck in the corner there. Griffiths is on the floor again, and there is the end of regulation. And it's finished 3-3, which means that it's not enough for the Nottingham Panthers to get that second spot. Although 2 and 3 won't make a difference. You're just now in with a risk of finishing at the bottom there. A good game.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good game. Obviously, Coventry taking the lead 3 times. Panthers coming back every time. Some power play goals. Saw some good saves from both goalers. And I'm really excited about seeing overtime with, like, you know, Boivin and Deming, Matheson, and then against the Kecks and the Hammonds, Ferrer. I think it's going to be a really good. I don't think we've seen a shootout yet, have we? Every game's that's gone to overtime has been decided in overtime. So I expect that will probably be the case again. So we'll see who can get that extra point.
Couple of overtimes, well, the last 2 overtimes for the Panthers have been pretty quick, and Christophe Boivin scoring in both of them.
Yeah, and almost identical goals, like down the right, you know, throwing it across ice to the back door and him being there. So I'm sure the Blaze will know, and the Blaze players will know about Boivin and how deadly he can be in the extra session. So I'm sure he'll be out there in 38 seconds to start this one off.
Has a goal already this afternoon, Christophe Boivin, as does Kevin Demeng. Will it be one of those that make the difference? That was the one from Demeng that levelled it up at 3 each after David Clements had put the Coventry Blaze 3-2 up in the second period.
Just a great shot here by Deming. Just doesn't even, you know, doesn't really have many passing options there, but I don't think passing was even in his thoughts there as he comes into the centre of the zone there. He just wants to rip that one. And a great shot by him to send this one to OT.
Plenty of bodies there, and there it's diverted in by Mark Matheson. There was plenty of bodies in front of Ben Bounds, and one of them was the number 20, 1-0.
Joining us on Panthers Radio with Zynomics is returning player assistant coach Mark Matheson. Mark, how happy are you to be coming back to Nottingham in 21-22?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Obviously, I had a blast at the Elite Series there, and you know, had it not been the pandemic, I was set to come back as well. So I just felt like I had some unfinished business there. So I'm glad we were able to work something out, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to coming back in that player coach role.
And then you mentioned the Elite Series there. The Panthers were lucky enough to win that tournament. Quite a unique thing to be involved in, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Honestly, you didn't know really what to expect going into it. First few games and stuff, everyone's kind of feeling it out, kind of getting back into it. And then it was just crazy how just happens with professional sports, how the competitiveness picked up. And yeah, they were really great games. I really enjoyed them down the stretch and into the playoffs.
And then we're going to do a deep dive in it later on, like I mentioned earlier, but the series kind of started like the 1920 season did, didn't it? Where the Panthers were trying to figure things out, and the longer it went on, the better the Panthers got, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was a good learning experience from the coaching side of things. I think just sticking with it, giving everyone a chance. We had some great players, great team guys, and yeah, you could see everyone kind of bought in. We found the right roles for each guy, and yeah, what a way to cap it off.
And to lift that trophy in an arena with no fans in there, that must have been a surreal experience.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, for sure, you can't help but wonder how loud that place would have been. I mean, I was trying to tell some of the newer guys there, just I'm trying to imagine it like just jam packed. But it was still a lot of fun, honestly. Once you got into the celebration of it all, just so excited to celebrate with your teammates that it still was a lot of fun, despite not there being fans.
Now, you mentioned unfinished business, and obviously that refers back to the 1920 season where we never got to finally see what that Panthers team could have achieved. So did the Elite Series scratch that itch a little bit, or is that still gnawing away at the back of your mind what could have been with that year?
I think if the Elite Series did anything, it just kind of fueled the motivation, like it was just, even there's some guys on the team that was their first win at anything professionally. And you just get, the excitement that comes over you, and just, that sense of accomplishment is something, that I want to take with me into this upcoming year. Because just like, let's do it again. Let's build towards that. We were in the right direction in that 1920. And I obviously we're going to have a new roster, and, there won't be exactly the same people, but we're still trying to build that winning culture. And I think, I'm excited to get going again.
Now, you mentioned the roster. You excited by what Guy Doucette and Tim Wallace have put together so far?
Yeah, I think so far the right guys coming back are just great pieces. I mean, they all are going to fit into their role in the team, and that's key. You can't have too many of the same player, and I know they're excited to come back, which is also great. So yeah, I'm excited about what's been done so far.
And then, are you already getting goosebumps about thinking about the first time you're going to skate back out in front of a live crowd in Nottingham?
Yeah, honestly, I have definitely thought about it a couple of times since signing. Just like you said, kind of drawn back to that playing during the play. Like you're so involved in the play, you don't really notice it as much. But it's more of the when a goal's scored, usually a crowd erupts. You know what I mean? Which adds to the experience there. Where when there's no fans there, it was a bit quiet. You could just hear your teammates from the bench, type of thing. So it was just still exciting to score, sure. But when you have that, especially in those big goals, those big moments in the game, those are fun to have. So yeah, I definitely look forward to coming out of the Panther there at the start of the season.
Well, Mark, I can't thank you enough for your time today. I know there are a lot of people who will be excited that you're coming back to put on that black and gold jersey. So we can't wait to see you in September.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
To nobody's surprise, both Keck and Boivin are out there. Cangelosi and Ellis, the other two for the Panthers. Hammond and Brinisven for the Coventry Blaze. It's overtime in the final round-robin game for these two sides. Who is going to grab that extra point? Brendan Ellis to Austin Cangelosi. Feeds it across to Boivin, and much like another overtime here, it's very quiet. Just waiting for something to happen. It's not going to be then as Cangelosi skates back on it. Eerily quiet. Cangelosi drops it off. Boivin. Ellis is still there. Boivin goes all the way around the back. Sends it back up to Cangelosi. Keck directing traffic. Boivin. Now Hammond. And this will be the first run through for the Coventry Blaze, you would expect.
Yeah, normally 3-on-3, as over the years people have got kind of better at playing it, and it's all about keeping possession, trying to change guys while you've got the puck, and if you think you're going to lose possession, then you just double back.
Hammond shoots, but the pad comes out from Whistle.
Yeah, huge save there. I think obviously if the Blaze do get one, Hammond's going to be the guy that's a part of it. And
maybe a chance to break here though for Pellini around the outside of Hammond. Pellini skates in past the left post. Good work getting back all the way with Hammond there. Still with Pellini though. Drops this one off. Matheson, Domingue, the other guy out there. Matheson skates all the way in. Maybe a chance, but it's just dropped down in front and then all the way through. Domingue now. Had a minute and a half. Right in front, all the time in the world. He might need it. Matheson fires it in just about. Worked his feet out and put it into the top corner. Mark Matheson has got the extra point for the Panthers, and it's 4-3.
Yeah, and I don't know how he got so wide open then. There was no one within 10 feet of him, and then I thought he kind of miscontrolled it, and you see here he's looking around for it, but he just manages to get it from the backhand onto the forehand, and he just lifts that over Shano, and what a finish. And like we were saying, Matheson's one of those guys who's almost like a forward out there, and he finds some open ice, and he makes the Blaze pay.
Third goal of the tournament for Mark Matheson. It puts the Panthers level on points in the table with 13. But the Coventry Blaze courtesy of regulation wins, are still above. So it looks like, I mean, there will be confirmation needed because I can't do maths.
Yeah, well, I think
this.
now even if Manchester win,
Yeah.
we have the better head-to-head, so they can't overtake us. So I think that kind of cements us versus Coventry, and then Sheffield v Manchester. But if we're wrong, I'm sure we'll hear about it pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll get the people that are much cleverer than us to sort that out. But the Panthers behind us here have pulled out a win in a game that they only led in towards the end.
Yeah, you know, like you said, they were behind the whole way, 1-0, then 2-1 and 3-2, but they take the lead when it matters. And yeah, in overtime it was kind of quiet to start with. Hammond gets one good chance, and then Matheson finds himself all alone in front of the net, and that's all he needs, and he fires that one in to give the Panthers the win.
There we go, then. That's the first of your 2 games on this final day in the round-robin tournament. It's coming up later. The 7 o'clock face-off is the Manchester Storm against the Sheffield Steelers, currently seed 1 and seed 4. The 2 sides we've seen here are the number 2 and number 3. That may all change. I'm sure somebody will tell us. But here is the goal then from Mark Matheson. We see the change go off, which is why he's left absolute acres.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd need to see a little bit more of the build-up. But yeah, the Blaze guy just kind of got off for a change, and Matheson just snuck in there from the point, and Deming there, he had a big impact on this one with the tying goal and then an assist there. And then when Matheson got it, I thought he kind of lost it. It was like in his feet. It's kind of bobbling around, and you see here, it looks like there's kind of moments gone, but then so cool, calm and collected, just onto the forehand and lifts it over the blocker, and Matheson does it again for the Panthers.
If there's a guy you want to remain cool, calm and collected in front of the net, wide open for an overtime goal, it is the number 20 in Nottingham Panthers colours, Mark Matheson. He's given them the extra point after a couple of pirouettes, and he just worked it in to the top corner, and that is the extra point for the Panthers. So then we think it's the Panthers against the Blaze in the semi-finals and the Storm against the Steelers. So pretty much a replay of what we've had on today. We've been the first of 2 games then, as I say, the Steelers and the Storm up next. Don't forget though, 50-50 and Shirt Off His Back, all still available throughout the end of today. From me, James Brandon, and Dan Green alongside me. Have a good night.
"10 years ago, the Nottingham set out to do good in its local communities. Since then, we have donated more than £1.2 million to help them thrive, just like our founder, Samuel Fox. Visit us at thenottingham.com to find out more.